Hi everyone, it's Krista and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new, hi again. So this is my channel. I love to do DIYs on a budget, Dollar Tree DIYs, thrift flips, farmhouse rustic decor, wreaths, and also seasonal decor. So if you like what you see here, you know what to do. Hit that red subscribe button. Also leave me a comment. I love to hear what you guys think. And also give me a thumbs up. That helps my channel. You can also follow me over on Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok. And I also have a wreath shop. It's called Krista's Wreath Designs. It's an Etsy shop. I will have all that information down below. Today I am in a collaboration called Bunnies Collaboration with all of these lovely ladies. I will have more about that in a minute, but first, DIY number one. So the first DIY, I'm going to take this little pom-pom maker that you can get from the Dollar Tree and some yarn from the Dollar Tree. One of those little rabbits from the Dollar Tree, and also some ribbon, some floral picks, some Spanish moss, and some chalk paint. And also I'm going to be using some antique wax. And then this really cool paper that I found on Amazon. And I will have that down in my Amazon shop if you guys are interested in getting some of that paper. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint my bunny, the whole thing. I'm going to paint it white, and then the base that it's standing on, I'm going to do that with my antique wax by Waverly. Then once I get all that done, then what we're going to do is I'm going to start putting on my little, it's kind of like tissue paper, but it's a little bit thicker. There is a name for it, but I can't remember the name. But like I said, it'll be in my Amazon shop in my description box down below. So what I did is I put some Mod Podge down first, and now I'm just smoothing out this paper. And then I'm also going to use some saran wrap to help me smooth it out and not have any bubbles or like little wrinkles. And then I'm just taking a wet, this is a very thin paintbrush, and I'm wetting it in water. And I'm just going along the edges, and I'm just going to tear this. Just like that. Super easy to use, you guys. I want the edges, because when you tear this paper on the edges, it's like a little bit furry. I can't explain it, but it's a little bit furry to it, and it just makes the bunny look even better. So, I mean, I like that look on my bunny. But you can always cut it if you want to, you know, with your X-Acto knife, or you can, you know, cut it with your scissors, however you want to do it. But this is what I did. I thought it made the bunny look more realistic with a little bit of furriness to it on the ends, and I just like that tattered look because I love vintage, so, and rustic, so that's kind of what I'm going for here. So I just went around all the edges like that, and I show you all of it because I just want you guys to see how easy this is. And isn't that cool? And I love how it has the darker little bit in there, you know, of the tissue. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this pom-pom maker that I got at the Dollar Tree. So what you do is you open both sides, and you start wrapping your ribbon around, and you just keep going around as much as you want. You basically want to get it to where it's, you know, thick enough. You don't want to have it too thin of a pom-pom. So you want to kind of like keep wrapping it. I think I wrapped it like 3 times going back and forth until I got it like completely full where like I couldn't wrap it anymore. And I did that with the white because I'm going to have a white and a pink tail for my bunny. But you can use any yarn, you know, that you want to. This is kind of that fluffy yarn from the Dollar Tree, like that Chanel. And then I'm just going to take your scissors. Once you close those back up again, you just fold them back in. And then you're going to cut along where that little line is. I don't know if you could see it, but I'm trying to show you guys so you know how to do it. And then you're going to take one piece of the yarn, and you're going to just tie it in a knot through them slits. You're just going to wrap it around the whole thing and then tie it in a knot. You want to make sure it's really, really tight. Then you just pull it apart, and there's your pom-pom. So easy, guys. I couldn't believe that this worked. And the directions are not the greatest, and probably my directions aren't the greatest either, but I figured I'd show you better than you trying to figure out with the directions, in case you find these and you want to try it out. So next, I just took some hot glue, and then I just glued down my little pom-pom to my bunny's tail. And now I'm going to take a whole bunch of different kinds of ribbon and also fabric that I ripped into strips. And I'm just going to make like a rag bow, I guess you could call it. And I just keep going crisscrossing it back and forth like that until, you know, I can't do it anymore. And I just keep switching the ribbon that I'm using. And some of it's lace that I'm using. And I just keep going back and forth with it. And that's it. And this is my bow dabber that I use to hold my ribbon for me. It just kind of helps me out. And I just keep going. And I just keep alternating all the different textures of ribbon and fabric that I have. Then I'm going to use a zip tie. I'm going to pull it all out. And I'm going to take my zip tie and I'm going to zip tie it in the center so that it's nice and tight. And then I'm going to trim the edges, and that is your rag bow. Really, really super simple, you guys. I love making these to give you that kind of vintage vibe like I'm going for. And I just trimmed it up, and it just came out so, so cute. And then we're going to glue this onto our little bunny, and I gave her a little bow on the top there by her ear. Really, really cute. Super easy to make. So now I'm going to take a couple of those picks that I got from the Dollar Tree. These are just some floral picks I had. And I'm just going to glue some on each side. Now these ones had a little bit of that pink in them. So I just stuck those in there. And I'm just kind of gluing down at the base where my bunny's tail is. Just put a little bit of glue and stick it in. And that was it for this DIY, you guys. This was super simple. So pretty to make. I absolutely love this. I made 2 different kinds of these and I sold them both at my craft fair last weekend. So yeah, super fun. So everyone's here in the list. There's kids, 6 kids with the glue gun, Rustic and Lace, Crafty Hints, myself, and Mama Can Make It. Go check them all out. I will have the links to the channels playlist all down below. Make sure you check them out. So now I got this, okay, so I'm just going to try this Panita or whatever it's called paint, and it didn't work. Okay, I'm just going to let you guys know right now. This was an epic fail, but I do end up fixing it. So what this comes with is it comes together in a package, and then you have a base coat, a top coat, and then the actual spray that you spritz on it, and it's going to make this like really pretty blue like spray all over it. That did not happen. So I ended up using the bottom coat, and then I did the top coat, the base coat I mean. Then I did the top coat, and you're supposed to do 2 coats of each. So that's what I did, and you got to make sure it dries in between. Then I took the spray and I'm spraying it, and nothing's happening, you guys. Now, mind you, I did have this for a long time. Now, that wood bunny I did get from the dollar spot at Target. So what I did is I have these little Spritz sprays that I've had, and I used that, and it worked, okay? It's like a shimmery spray, and you can get these spray paints, too, from any craft store. But you can also buy them online, too, on Amazon. I made another rag bow. I didn't show you guys again the rag bow because you guys already seen me do it with the pink one. So it's basically the same thing, only I use blues. And this is how it looks. And I ended up salvaging it, and it turned out okay, I think. But let me know what you guys think down below. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these containers. They were $1 each. They're little Peep containers, and they're clear plastic. And then I'm going to use some of those paints, pastel paints, Mop and Glow, which you'll see what I'm going to do with that in a minute. Some of these stickers that I had, letter stickers. And the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take the Mop and Glow, and I'm going to pour a little of it inside the container. Look, it spilled everywhere. That's how fast it came out. So then I just kind of shake it around. And what that's going to do is it's going to help my paint spread around inside. So I'm using all pastel paints. I have a light purple, a light blue, a light yellow, and a light pink, you know, to look like Peeps. And then you just kind of like swish it around. And then I didn't have enough paint, so I had to put more in. So you have to kind of like play around with these. And I did the same thing with the pink. I did it with all of them. And then I set them on a paper plate. And kind of just let it dry, inside. And what the Mop and Glow does is it just kind of helps it like move around on the inside, I guess. I don't know how else to explain it, but it just helps it. You could also add water and try that, but the Mop and Glow always works for me. I always do this with clear ornaments at Christmas time. I do the same thing. I learned the trick on YouTube. So now I'm going to take one of these it's a hanging shelf, and I'm painting it white, and this was from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just painting the whole thing white, top, bottom, sides, the whole thing. And then I'm going to take these letters that I showed you earlier. I had these on hand, but you could use any letters. Dollar Tree sells tons of them, and I'm just going to put Peep on them. And I just put one letter on each one, and then I just marked off where I needed to put my super glue. I'm using the gel super glue from the Dollar Tree. I didn't want to use hot glue because it was going to melt right through the plastic. So that's why I did the super glue. And I did have to hold it for a little bit till they stayed. But that's how it looks. And then I'm going to use some of this decorative moss from the Dollar Tree that I got. And this is a little bit of a different moss. It has all different colors in it. And I'm just going to put a little glue down at the base, and I'm just going to put them like in a little bunny garden, sort of, I guess. And I just went around the whole thing, and I didn't cover the whole plaque because I wanted some of the white to peek through as well. I didn't want it all covered completely. And I just kept going around, and yeah, and that's what it looks like. And then I just trimmed with my scissors, so it looked a little neat. And then I'm going to take some of those eggs, styrofoam eggs. I got that bag of eggs from Hobby Lobby. And then these are just some picks from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to start gluing them down in different areas around my bunnies and all the little moss and everything. And I just made a little Peep bunny garden. And this turned out super cute. I absolutely loved it. And it was super fun to make too. And I've never made like a Peeps. I don't think I've ever done Peeps before, decor. So this was really super fun to make. My kids absolutely loved it. They thought it was so cute. And they want to do my little trick with the Mop and Glow. They want to do their own ornaments now for Christmas this year when Christmas comes again. So I said, yeah, we could do that. But yeah, this was super fun. And I just stuck a whole bunch of different picks and eggs, and I just kept going until I filled out my little bunny garden, until I was satisfied with the way it looked. So that's all I did. And then I also did some greenery too in the back. I didn't just do the florals, just to kind of fill it in. And this I actually kept. I didn't sell it at my craft fair because I liked it so much because it was so cute and my kids liked it. I'm going to have it up for Easter for the kids. So there it is. Look how cute it is, you guys. I love it. I absolutely love it. And here's your close-up of this one. Let me know what you guys think. This picture came out a little dark, though, so I do apologize for that. So now DIY number 4. This one, I actually am going to be using this little house from the Dollar Tree, some more eggs, some ribbon, and I have these rub-ons that I got from Essential Stencil. I will have their link down below. I love their stencils. They're not very expensive, and you get these really beautiful ones. And I got these spring bunny ones. Super pretty, aren't they? And it even comes with that little tool to help you rub it on. So the first thing I did is I taped the white part of my house and the inside with some painter's tape, so I didn't get any of the antique wax on it. And then I just did antique wax along the inside of the house and the outside. And I think just the inside, the outside, and the sides. And that's all I did for that. And then I'm going to take my little bunny, my little rub-on bunny, and you just take it off there, just like the Dollar Tree ones. And I use the tool to make sure that it comes down really, really good. And then we're going to peel it off, and there you go. Then I went over the top of it with some Mod Podge because I wanted to make sure that was going to stay. And then I took a little bit of the Spanish moss And I just cut a piece out, and then I'm just going to put that on the bottom of my little house. Isn't it cute? I love that bunny. And then I took a couple of the picks that I had left over that I've been using from the Dollar Tree, and I just put those standing up sort of in the corner, like kind of going up the side of the house. And then I just put an egg in there, the same eggs that I've been using from that package from Hobby Lobby. And isn't it cute? And then I just did a little X bow, messy bow, whatever you want to call it, with a whole bunch of different ribbons that I had from Dollar Tree. And yeah, and that was it. And then I just stuck that on the top of the house. Really, really simple and super cute. I sold this at my craft show as well. I sold a lot of this stuff. A lot of people were buying the little things because, you know, they're not that expensive and they're really cute. And then I just did the same thing. I put a zip tie in the middle. You can use jute string if you want to tie in the middle, but I always use a zip tie because I always have a hard time tying the jute twine. And then I just trimmed the sides of my ribbon till, you know, so that they were all the same length, and we're going to look nice on my little house. And then I just glued it to the top, and I took one of these flowers that were on one of my picks, and I just cut the little stub off in the back, and then I just glued that to the center of my bow. And that's it for this DIY, guys. Oh, no, that's right. I used one of my stencils from Chuckator, and I am a Chuckator designer, so if you want to check out Chuckator, that link will be down in my description box as well. And it just says Hello Spring, and I use this velvet shimmery color, which is so pretty right now for Easter. And I just did that and put it on my little sign. Isn't it cute? Look at it. This bunny came out so adorable. I love those stencils. I mean, I love those transfers. They're so pretty. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Maybe make sure you check everyone out. And as always, remember, stay crafty. Bye.